All right. All right. Welcome back to Council of the North, episode 17. We have our league finale preview tonight, but tonight I have with me Andrew
Greetings.
and Zach.
Cheers.
Oh my god, that's so long. And then I'm Will, and we have a
Oh,
very
no.
special guest. We have a British gentleman who had the pleasure of spending some time in Canada and playing in our league and almost podiumed in our league, but has just been bumped, unfortunately.
Thanks, Andrew.
Matty Lockwood. How are you, Matty?
Hi, everyone. Yeah, good. Thanks. How are you guys? Thanks for having
Good,
me.
man. Thanks for coming on.
Sorry for bumping you.
Yeah.
Sad.
If you didn't play the Balrog, you might still be up there. But yeah, Matty, can you tell us a bit about why you played with us in Canada for a year and then ditched?
Yeah, so been playing Middle Earth now. I mean, the classic. Played as a kid. Took a break during kind of secondary school, university, and then came back to it kind of during COVID. Started playing 40k, then dabbled in AOS, and then I was like, what am I doing? I love Lord of the Rings, I adore the films, the books. Let's play Middle Earth, right? And so about 2.5 years ago, I picked up MESBG. I really quite hit it hard. So I played through the 2023 season, like the kind of second half of that year. Started playing in the start of the 2024 season, and then work said, "Hey, Matty, do you want to go to Canada?" And I was like, well, yes, I do want to go to Canada, but I don't want to stop playing MESPG. So I packed up all my models, packed up some painting equipment, which I didn't use too much. Sorry, Will. And then
That's true.
and then came out to Canada. So I spent 12 months in Canada, which actually lined up broadly quite well with the OSBGL year. I was a bit early, so I kind of hit the end of your 2024 season, and I've sadly missed the end of the 2025 season, which meant I wasn't able to kind of keep fighting for my place for a podium spot, but never mind. And then so then I was out in Canada for a year, and then, to be honest, just felt like the OSBGL was a bit too easy, so I decided to fly back to the UK and start competing in the big leagues again.
It was too easy, and yet you're not on the podium. So
no, I will greatly miss playing in the OSPGL. It was a real privilege, and met some great people such as yourselves, and really thankful for hopefully the lifelong friends that I've made out in that year for MESBG. It was didn't do much traveling in Canada other than dotting around Ontario, seeing the various gaming stores, playing pretty much every tournament that was available to me. So yeah, great time.
You were a bit of an animal. You were going to everything. Do you know how many tournaments you went to?
I think I ended on 15 or 16, I think.
That's pretty good. And you were here for basically a calendar year, right?
Yes, that's 15, 16 of this season. So there will have been 2 or 3 extras in that kind of 12 months I'll have been to as well. Yeah, so a good amount. I didn't get to them all. There were some that I missed for various reasons, but most of them I got to.
Yeah, 15 this year according to the league standings you went to.
Nice.
And
nice
you're likely to keep your 4th spot. You might get knocked down to 5th.
Yeah, sad. Never mind. They're nice trophies as well, man. I was sad. I wanted that for the shelf. They're nice trophies. Yeah.
Yeah, they look pretty sweet. Otherwise, let's get into our usual stuff, and then we're going to talk about 15 lists that are coming to the tournament later. But to start with, let's talk shame points, guys. Zach?
So I guess shame chart, but also I feel with confidence that I will not be the only shame member today. We have a Lord of Grey with us, a master
a Lord of
the
Grey.
Unpainted. So
is that me?
I feel pretty good about not being alone.
Matty the Grey.
So
Matty the Half Painted, actually.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I blame the new edition for that. I can go into that.
Cloak of many colors.
Well, for the chart, Zach is sitting on 3, and because of cheap tactics used by his fellow co-hosts, he's going up to 4. I was not able to get anything done between the extra effort I put out there, get an episode in, and it's backfired. So I get 1, and I guess these other 2 clowns have got something in. while somebody
Will, what did you
actually
paint?
works for a living, unlike these two.
That's not even true. Yeah, I got 9 elves done, dude. I've been
Wow.
just cranking them out. I've been just
Nice.
going wild. I think I got 7 more. And we're recording this on the Sunday, and I have till Friday night to get it all done and based. So I think I'm gonna make it. I'm pretty confident I'm gonna make it.
Okay.
You're gonna make it.
And what did you get done, Andrew?
I have 7 Ministerial Warriors with Spear base coated this week. I was super productive for my next
Okay.
list.
Nice.
And I got
Did we get
7
a
more
sneak
with
preview
sword.
of that, Andrew? Sorry.
No.
What are you building towards?
No.
No,
Although
no.
if you're paying attention to this tournament,
Keen-eared listeners
up.
of the pod would have
yeah,
got a teaser in
right.
the last episode.
that's
So,
right.
If
And
you don't, if you want to know,
check out last episode, our preview of the GT in Vancouver Clash of the Coast, which we totally will always remember the name of now.
yes, of course, we had
Check our
remembered
Instagram
the first
for
time.
a funny blooper. Yeah, the list, a bizarre version of the list, is doing quite well at Clash on the Coast right now.
It's not
so
that bizarre though. Is it?
Have you ever
It's
seen
pretty
anything
good.
like it?
I've never seen anything like it, but like that's
Okay, so it's
totally
by
one of the
definition
ways you
bizarre.
could build it.
Sure, but it's a bizarre way.
Nobody sees it because the models are out of production though.
Okay, anyway.
Anyway, I don't want to fight. That's just Matty. Matty, did you do any
Well-
hobbying this week?
I haven't, but I've
Oh,
bought
no.
hobby potential. I've gained hobby potential.
All right, state your argument.
So I've since coming back from, I mean, to be fair, coming back to the UK wasn't really a defence. I didn't do much painting in Canada, but I'll defend myself. I took out a fully painted army, and then when the new edition came in, I had to build towards it, and not being at home wasn't the easiest to paint. However, yeah, come back, taking a little bit of a break, but starting to get back into it now, and I've been buying. You won't be able to see it. Urukai Scouts.
Oh,
2001. I know, so I was like, right, I want something low points because I play Horse Thranduil, so that's like 600 points plus. So I was like, I want something that can perform at low points. So I was like, you know what, those old metal scouts, I love them. So I was like, I'm going to buy a load. And then since doing that, I've seen loads of videos about how powerful Urukai Scouts are and Lertz's Scouts
Yeah.
are doing, Ugluk Scouts. And I'm like, oh, now I'm just a meta chaser, but hey, at least I'll love the models whilst I'm doing it. So yeah, so slowly buying towards a what's that, a greasy point? Oh right. So yeah, just slowly purchasing. But yeah, I think well, I'm hoping that by the start of the 2026 season they're good to go for about 500 points. So that's what I'm doing at the minute.
Good on
Exciting.
you.
So what do we think? Definitely first shame greasy point awarded. Accidentally meta chasing. That's greasy.
Yeah, it's
That's,
greasy.
Awarded to a guest.
And
what
it's
do
a
we
shame
think?
point. It's 100%
Do we-
a shame point.
100%.
I'd get a shame year, I think, to be
Shame
totally honest on the hobby.
He's
Our
been home for
first-
2 months and he hasn't painted anything?
No.
There he
Our
is, our
first
first
double
guest
guest.
shame point.
Shame.
Oh,
Thank
Bringing
you,
it down
Matty.
for the guests.
This
Sorry,
is
team.
the content we needed with the shame chart.
Yeah, this is good content. It's been kind of dull the past couple of weeks.
That's good.
You've not had
All
any
right.
guests in the last couple of weeks, right? Because that's really harsh. Then I'm glad I'm bringing it up.
And Zach, I think you're 1 shame point away from Andrew and I picking a list for you at your next tournament.
Yeah, I already have
Yeah.
an idea.
And
Make him play his. Oh,
It's-
go on.
it's probably gonna be sooner than we all think. I got some rough weeks coming up, so I'll probably be having my army chosen and halfway to my next army chosen. So we'll see how that goes.
That's great.
I hope you like elephants.
Ooh, I do like elephants.
You took
Just-
2 to 1 tournament.
Does it involve 3 elephants?
Do we have a third one between us three? I don't think
I'm
so.
sure we can
Oh,
find one.
Will, you got to buy one now.
No, I'm not buying an elephant. All right, well, that's shame points. I'm glad we finally have some action for the session. Quiz questions. Andrew, we'll try to answer your questions from the past couple weeks, and then you can post some new ones.
Yes, Will, I do have questions for you. People have had a lot of weeks to answer this, so I expect a lot of correct answers when we check here, and a lot of people responding in the comments. Okay, and if you didn't, you're now required to respond to these questions that I have for you, okay? Anyway, last 4 week, 3 weeks questions. Number 1, Vigo broke a bone when he kicked this object into 2 towers. What was it?
Come on, Matty.
Oh, is this on me now? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a Norakai helmet.
Nice.
that is, I don't know, Will? Zach?
I hope it's right. I was very confident in answering that
I'm
question.
on Matty's
Also-
side.
All right, we're all
Team
correct.
Urukai helmet.
Team Urukai helmet, very good.
Techno Norakai Scout on theme.
On
That's
team.
right. Yeah, that is on theme.
If we
Question
want to be
2.
specific.
We do always want to be specific. Question 2. The Argonath in the movies is constructed in the likeness of Elendil and Isildur holding swords. How is this different in the books? Matty?
Come on, Matty.
We believe in you.
No, they were holding their helmets. No idea.
Oh, that's close though.
Okay.
They were
They're
holding,
holding something
axes?
different.
Axes,
Well, that's
so-
not close enough because there was also a different person. It's a
Yeah,
two-part answer.
You had to get
nailed
one of
this
them.
That's a trick question.
It was
Okay, if we
not
do one of them,
Elendil,
he's holding something different, but he didn't say what it was. So
it was Anarian.
it was
And
an Aryan
Isildur.
holding.
Axes.
And what were they holding? Axes. That's correct, Zach.
Cha.
Book nerd. Will,
Pardon?
what was your answer?
The axes. We already went
And-
over ours. And Anarian?
You just take that right now, Zach?
We already talked about this weeks ago.
If we're being specific, Will got the axes. I did not know the axes. I had a Isildur and an Arian. He did not have
All
a
right,
Isildur and
you
an
both
Arian.
get half a
Team
point.
effort. Team effort.
You got one brain
That's-
cell between you both.
I'm surprised we
fair.
didn't have that.
Yeah, me too. Question 3. What is the name Frodo is called at the end of The Lord of the Rings? And the hint was that there was a model named after this. Or at least
You
there
got to know
was.
this one, Matty.
This is game knowledge.
It's like 9 fingers or something, right?
I'll give it to you.
So-
That's correct. Frodo
Yeah,
Nine
nice.
Fingers.
Good
And
job,
you too.
Matty.
You two knew that one. And surprise, surprise, there's every one of you that listened left a comment and answered this week. I'm so impressed. It was just 2 people. I'm immeasurably disappointed in all of you. Chris W., David Klebley, champions of this podcast, answered all 3 questions correctly. Thank you. The rest of you should be ashamed of yourselves and are now required to answer these questions in the comments. Okay, get ready. Get your phone out, get your keyboard out, get ready to answer these, okay? These are easy ones. Yeah, these are easy ones. Oh, no, one is for you music nerds. We'll do that one last.
Oh, no.
For any music nerds who are listening. Okay, so question number 1 for this week. Remember, you have 2 weeks to answer these. The troll chieftain at the Black Gates in Return of the King was supposed to be which character instead? Okay, easy one. Here's an even easier one, okay? What do the hobbits take a shortcut to?
Oh,
Okay, that's like a freebie. Okay, for any of you music nerds out there, this one's for you, okay? What time signature is the Isengard theme in?
what a loser.
Those are the questions for Are You Smart, Are You Zach this week.
What a loser.
I think next round of questions I want to do one.
Nah, this is a lifelong tenure.
This is getting weird.
You signed up for this. No, it's not, because this information is all in the extended DVDs. If you watch, they talk about the music. It's fair game. It's not just something I randomly thought of.
We're trying to get people to enjoy this section.
And all the music nerds are going to love it. They're going to go and listen to it right now and count it out. And then they'll be like, oh, that's interesting.
Is this like 4
I was
4
hoping
time?
the answer would be Enya. But
Yeah.
I was just thought, Enya, got it. No, what's the time signature of the Isengard theme tune? Gee, yeah.
It's like, is that mean like 4 4 time, that sort of thing?
Yeah, you can just go count it out right now.
Yeah, okay, I'm going with
If you
that.
know how to
because
count.
that's the only
Can
time
I give a
count I
hint?
know.
The
I
hint
don't
is it's
think
not
it's
4-4.
4-4. Yeah, that's my hint.
Anyway, those are the questions for this week.
All right, comment below. We're gonna get back on track with our episode schedule, and so you'll have we'll do 2 weeks again to answer these, and then we'll take them up. Otherwise, follow our Instagram, subscribe to YouTube, hit buttons, do stuff like that. You guys ready to get into the meat and potatoes?
I was
Sounds good.
born ready.
Okay, relax. We'll start with the going in order of our list. Let's each read our list first. We'll go over our 3 lists, and then we'll go over. We had about 12 of our friends we asked to send in lists that we know are going to the tournament. So we'll go over some of their stuff. They also sent in some pictures of their armies, so that'll be, if you're watching the video, it's up on the page as we talk about them, and we'll have all their lists on the page too. But anyway, Andrew, what are you taking?
I'm just ashamed of myself at this point.
Good.
You should be.
Good.
I am.
Can we get a
Feel it.
grease point for this?
No.
Yeah, like
If I
this
was
is
doing
like
bad.
4 tournaments in a row.
If I was how many? Okay,
This
if
is
I
for
was
the
doing
league.
bad, I'd accept the grease point. It's for the
It's
league. Okay?
For the league. He gets a bypass
Yeah, it's
for the
crazy.
league.
yeah.
but if it
Crazy.
If I play
Comes
it,
out again.
if I play it next edition, yeah, I get a grease point. I'm dropping it though. I've said it. Depths is getting dropped permanently till next edition, or until I feel like winning again. I am bringing Depths of Warrior because I'm being competitive. Okay. As a reminder, it's the GT 650 points. My list is not interesting. Balrog, 5 Prowlers, the rest Shield and Spear Goblins, Captains, 6 and 6 Shield Spear, and then an identical Captain Warband. That's it. That's the list. 5 throwing weapons, 45 models, 650 points. Disgusting stuff.
How
Sweet.
much do you think? Like, I've not really kind of played or looked into depths, and I just feel I look at it and I'm like, it's not bad at anything. But are there any bad scenarios for depths? And obviously, that comes on to the tournament format, which may help it or may not affect it at all.
It's going to struggle on some, right? Like in Recon, it's hard to get across the board, right? But if you're playing another slow list, it doesn't matter. If they don't have any March or any Cav, it's kind of a wash. I did beat an Uglik Scouts in Recon somehow.
Lords of
But
There's
Battle is
still
probably a tough one
45
for you.
models.
Lords of Battle's pretty good.
Lords of Battle is a
You-
tough one. If you come up against the Men of the West or something, they can just chop through goblins and ignore the Balrog.
And you can't really
It's
ignore
so
the
hard to
Balrog.
ignore the Balrog.
A goblin
A
by
fearless
himself,
army just feeding the Balrog a guy a turn? I don't know. Maybe not.
you can heroic combat out of it. You can, if you get priority, you can whip heroes into you. You have so many options. It's a disgusting list.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like
Well,
Lords.
what do you mean,
but
no?
if there was a bad scenario, I think Lords of Battle would be the
Sure.
toughest, one of the toughest.
But
ones.
on the other hand, though, you have a lone goblin with a shield. Shielding is 3 dice.
yeah.
And a goblin and a spear is 3 dice. 2 in a
Tough,
reroll.
innit? No.
That's
It's
so annoying.
it's
What would
it's a
you
gross
say is
list.
the scenario you don't want to come up against?
I mean, yeah, Lords of Battle is a tough one, but I just won against the Lords of Battle list. So like
Wait, yeah, okay, whatever. Yep.
the ones where you got to split up can be kind of rough. But at the same time, like you just have so many models and you just like they're going to lose a fight and you're going to have like 4 dice to wound. Right? And then
Yeah.
I don't know. They all seem fine. I'm not
Okay.
scared of any scenario with this list.
We're
Do you
moving
care
on. We
about
know.
veto at this tournament with this list, or does it not really affect you?
I think my veto will be more seeing what scenarios I'm going to be able to score higher at, like that are bad
Yeah,
for my
yeah.
opponent that I'm going to pick.
Mhm.
I don't really care what I end up playing because like the Balrog has so much agency for 350 points. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Either
It's-
you deny them VPs or you get yourself more. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. Not like, oh, I'm going to struggle at this. It's going to be like, what can I win more at? What is my opponent bad at? I
So
wanna pick
lower
that.
scoring scenarios might be the way to play against you in depths.
Yeah, you want to deny me points so that Steve Stokes can win and get more than me.
Okay, let's move
yeah,
on.
I think
We're
that's enough
done
about
with
depths.
depths.
That's enough. This list is dumb. Nerf it.
Zach, hit us with what you're bringing.
Also a shocker. Battle of Fornox. God. My list came out to 648 points, 26 models, Aenor, Armored Horse, Lance, 5 Knights of Minas Tirith. Then I got Glorfindel on Asploth, 1 Rivendell Warrior Banner, 4 Rivendell Warriors with Shield and Elven Spear, 6 Rivendell Warriors with Shield, and then Aranath and 7 Hobbit Archers. A very similar list that I usually keep running to, so nothing really shocking on my end.
Yeah.
What do you
Yep,
guys think?
It is.
It's
It's
good.
a list you
Like-
played for a while, and it's a list that I think we all really like. It's really good.
It's a good list.
It's nice to see.
It's the
7 Hobbit
Aranath
Archers.
choice, though, over a normal Ranger, because the normal Ranger is 25 points, right?
Yeah.
It's just, I'm looking at that, and it's like 26 models where 7 are Hobbits. What was the choice behind Aranath ahead of like a just a standard 25-point Ranger?
Rangers suck. Like,
Okay.
I
Fair.
I brought them
Just-
many times now, and I'd rather just bring the third character with 3 might, 3 attacks. He's got the better shooting,
Double shot,
I've-
right?
the double shot. I've had a couple of games where the Ranger and the Hobbits just get attacked by a warband, and he can't.
No,
the
yeah.
Ranger can't do anything. Aranath
Yeah, he's
actually
just a
has a
troop
fighting
at the end of
chance
the day.
to defend the Hobbits.
Mm-hmm.
He's
They-
fight 5, right?
Yeah, strength 5 or
Strike
fight
as
5.
well, right?
Strike. No, he brings a
Yeah.
lot of good utility. And if I just need to even abandon the Hobbits and slip them in with the other guys, it's just another good fighter.
It's someone to call heroic moves for your 2 mounted heroes too, which
Yep.
is a big deal.
There's more
Yeah.
than the Rangers have ever done for me. They're good for bringing up a lot of more models. Like if I had
Yeah.
dropped it, I could probably have pumped up to maybe 10 Hobbit Archers and grabbed another Knight, maybe some Foot Ministerials if I wanted to move my points around. But I think I'd rather take the chance with the 26 models. I know it is on the low side and it's going to probably be an uphill battle in some scenarios, but I like
Yeah.
having the extra third hero over the garbage Ranger that's just going to die.
Rangers are odd because they're exactly appropriately costed, but just the way things are distributed, you just don't want to pay those points.
Yeah,
Like the will, but you're never using that will point, or so rarely.
especially in
that's
this
5
list
points
where
on the model.
everybody's resistant to magic. So
Yeah.
I'm going to get a free
So
dice
there's
anyways.
5 points that you're not paying for. I mean, the fate's nice, but you'd rather have an extra wound.
Yeah,
to
the
guarantee.
the extra wound's more consistent because, say, you're going to botch your fate roll 50-50. Well,
Yeah.
then it's just a point that's no good. It's not like you got a 3 wound hero that the fate's actually, when you pass, it's like, okay, you know what? Yeah, that does something. Or if you fail, okay, well, I still got 2 wounds left. You fail it and you're dead. You just may as well give him the second wound with no fate, and it's probably still very well priced at 25. The
Yeah.
1 attack doesn't help either.
They don't go up to 2 in this list.
No.
Yeah, he's just a troop with a point of fate and might. Like,
I
you're
think
paying
at,
way too much for it.
at lower points, like at a 500, I would probably bring it just to get the to proc the hobbits in that regard without being too much of an investment. But at this point, I think I'd just spend it on the extra hero.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I think Aranath is pretty good.
I brought him, I think, twice now. I've really enjoyed him both times I've brought him.
Do you care about veto, Zach, with this list?
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
I mean, there's certain scenarios I'm going to do well at, and other ones that I will probably not enjoy so much. Or
Yeah,
people I
being
think might
more-
enjoy veto against me as well. Because
Yeah.
there will be certain scenarios that I think this list could do very well at, and puts me on puts me in a good position just based off that. So they want to veto some certain scenarios for sure.
Yep.
I think certain pools are just going to be tough for this list. I'm not even sure if it's like specific scenarios. I think it's pools that are going to be my issue.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, that makes more sense actually.
Just because of my numbers. I mean, we all know right now large model counts are very, very hot.
They are.
Yeah, what was your model count?
26.
26.
No.
Yeah.
So it's low.
Yeah.
That'll be my
It'd be
problem
tough. It'll be
is
good.
fighting an uphill battle with my numbers. But I got a lot of killing potential. I got to avoid shooting armies. Like Thranduil's Hall. Twice. To the death.
It was a good time. It was a good time. You
For
took
some
it well,
people.
Zach. You took it well.
I do my
I
best.
think you one model off breaking before we clashed. Got
Yes.
the lines meted. Yeah.
And then before my bandit
Legolas
could
don't like getting shot.
get out of view, Legolas is just like sniped. I'm gonna have trauma from
Yeah.
Legolas.
Don't we all?
Oh, everybody does. Anything else to add, Zach?
No, I think we all kind of saw this coming. Maybe the Aeronauts, the
We know
big difference to
Fornos.
my list. I like mounted knights. I'm always big on trying to grab as many of them as feasible. And spear shield wall of elves is very good.
Speaking of elves,
Speaking of, if anybody's following our Instagram, you'll already know what I'm bringing, but I got a Rivendell list. 644 points, so I'm playing 6 down just to kind of give people a fighting chance. 36 models. I got 10 bows in here. The leader of the list is going to be Arwen on Asploth. She's leading 4 Rivendell warriors, 4 Rivendell warriors with shield and spear, and then she has 2 Rivendell knights with shield in her warband. And then next I have the twins. So Eladin will be leading a banner, 4 warriors with bow, 6 with shield and spear, and 1 warrior with nothing. And then Elro here has the same warband but no banner. So he's got 4 bows, 6 spears, and 1 guy with no war gear.
So I do need to ask, Will.
Yeah.
You have 6 warriors with nothing, and you're 6 points down.
I know. It depends if I can get shield painted and glued on in time.
Fair.
I think I'm going to make it. So that will be 650, hopefully, with some D6 in the front row. But
It makes a big difference. I mean, yeah, playing halls predominantly most of this season. The fact that with the war gear changes this edition, playing a D5, predominantly D5 Elven army is scary.
mm-hmm.
Like, as in being the D5 elf army. I know halls are good and stuff, but you know elves do lose fights, and when you're only D5, elves do die, and it's quite scary. Yeah.
100%.
So fingers crossed for you painting those shields, Will.
It's going to be a weird one having to like front line with my bows almost as like, and then having my D6 in the second rank. It's going to be list building now is just kind of wonky when you're trying to max your bow limit and then also trying to have like a decent shield wall if you need to fight that way. But we'll see how it goes. The main issue is kind of the mobility. I have no march. I just have Arwen on Asploth and 2 knights. But
You don't really need the like obviously March is good, but you got on certain scenarios too. You got a lot of agency on your end with the 10 elf bows. You don't want to be rushing up there anyways. You want to be able to sit there and get those shots off. Obviously, certain
Unless you
scenarios you
have
got to
to.
rush up, but
yeah, I think there's a lot of scenarios require movement now too, which is a good thing for the game. But I don't have a ton to kind of rip around like that.
But there's veto as well to kind of help you out.
So my veto is probably gonna be just the mobility scenarios because I'm pretty confident in a fight. Like 36 elves is a lot. I have 3 fight 6 heroes. My general is only D4, but she's on a 12-inch horse. So we'll see how it goes. But
I do like this variant actually. Like, you know, like you said, especially Eldan Elra here, but then 36 models for an elf list it's a good amount.
So Matty, my other thought was if I drop the 2 knights, I can get I forget what it was. Anyway, drop the 2 knights and I could take double banner with the same model count and an extra bow.
I think you'll need the knights.
Yeah, I think so too. Just for some mobility.
I really struggled at the start of this edition, kind of playing the way that I used to play, and I didn't, 1 or 2 cav with my hauls. But since I started actually investing a bit more in cav and taking, 4 or 5, going back to your comments, Zach, I actually think having more cav really, really helps win games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I would probably keep the 2 knights and just remove 1
Yeah.
banner.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm rolling with. But yeah, that's our 3 lists. Should we get into some other people's stuff?
Let's knock some of these out.
All right, Matty, you want to talk about our first list by Preston, the Men of the West?
Yeah, so I noticed I did notice that guy here. I saw it in the Discord.
Yeah, it's insane.
Plug the OSBGL Discord. Men of the West, 650 points on the dot, 20 models, 1 bow. Aragorn, King Elisar, 2 men at arms of Dol Amroth. So obviously legacies are allowed at this event, I'm guessing, given that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
10 warriors of Minas Tirith, shield and spear. 5 warriors of Minas Tirith with shield. Guahir, Legolas with armor and an elven cloak. 20 models. Some big heroes, but they're going to have to do a lot of work.
100%. It's an interesting one. I think it's actually really good.
Yeah, I think so.
The
Your
Men
heroes
at
can
Arms
do
of
so
Dol
much.
Amroth is interesting, but
That feels
otherwise-
like you had exactly the right amount of points for them, so you took them
yeah.
because you wanted
I guess
to.
you can stack 2 pikes behind Aragon.
Yeah. I guess that's probably the play, right? To give him, because he's not
Give him
mounted.
more.
anymore. Give him 5 dice.
Yeah,
It's
we
gonna
all know
be
how
tr-
good Guahir is.
Guahir's great. Legolas is great. King Elisar is great. 20 models.
Yeah,
You know what though? At the same time, I came across at the last tournament, Men of the West with 11 models, and I thought, I'm just gonna crush his battle line, and I got wrecked. Now you have
Yeah.
Guahir as well. I'm gonna give this a positive that this will probably be pretty good, just off of that experience.
And also, like, Jonathan Y's been running it a lot, right? He's been
Yep.
running Men of the West a lot. He's been doing really well with it, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, and he's been experimenting with the kind of like the three hero build and stuff. He's been doing well with it. So,
Mhm.
so obviously got legs. It's just, and with Veto, maybe again that helps it. You get rid of the scenarios where the model count is a bit more important.
I think Vito will
But yeah,
help.
you do just need the heroes to, good hero execution, and it'll do well.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much more to say. You're a fearless army. You get to do all that stuff. Like we know Men of the West has been and will be a good list. So
probably a good scenarios against this are like ones where you got to spread out. Because he's probably, as long as he's like got everything together, it's like a really good center point. That's going to be hard to fight. But if you got to have objectives moving around the board, that should probably be good for you. Platinum Squad here is just going to fly around and wreck you too.
Yep. Yeah.
or take objectives.
Yeah, exactly.
Nasty.
Andrew, you want to talk
Yeah,
about
I do, actually.
Chris Wine's list? You played this before, Road to Rivendell?
I did play this. He's changed it up a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is Road to Rivendell, 13 models. We've got Aragorn Strider, Arwen on Asphaleth, Frodo Baggins, Gildor, 3 Noldorian exiles with throwing weapons, 3 with bows, 3 with spear, or 2 with spear rather, and 2 with a bow. Tom Bombadil and Goldberry. Now that sounds like fun.
So
Not to
Some
play
wild
against,
list.
but to play.
just a little bit here is Andrew and I talked about a Road to Rivendell list on the last episode. Also 650 points, and they had a bunch of hobbits. And we kind of talked about it, like, would Tom Bombadil and Goldberry look nice instead? Well, this is the
Yes.
list. I think this is actually the list we were
Yeah.
probably thinking about.
Yeah. I think you got to bring Frodo. I assume he's mounted, on with Arwen.
Yep.
You would assume
Yeah,
so.
And then you got some elves, and then Tom and Goldberry, like, they're not broken anymore. I think they're fair game. Everyone should be allowed to use them. But you never run into them. And they've got so many rules that it's just like, Aragorn's going to move 36 inches and walk off the board this turn, and that's just normal.
Mhm.
Well, you never see it because they're
That's-
only in this list.
Good. But they should be fully
Yeah.
taken in this list.
Oh,
I think
for
this
sure.
is the best form of this list is Tom and Goldberry because they have so many shenanigans that you can do.
I think we should award our first beer to Chris W.
We're doing that here too now?
This is our
Any
thing
list
now.
review?
We're awarding beers on list
We
review.
can't have like 8 different things. We got shame points, we got grease points, we got beers we're giving out. We're doing a little bit of everything for
We're like
everybody.
Oprah Winfrey. Just handed out everything.
You know what? I'm on board. But Chris,
You better be.
you can buy yourself a beer.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Zach and I's thing now.
You wouldn't
I like-
understand.
and,
You weren't there.
Yeah, you weren't there.
Yeah, you guys start recording at midnight. I think I'm gonna miss those ones. Degenerates. I do like the Gildor inclusion, actually. I think that's actually really good to have some warriors running around skirmishing. Gildor for a transfix, and then I think Tom can... Is it Tom can give him will back?
I think so.
Yeah, something like that. So that's a nice addition to kind of have 2 casters in the list all of a sudden.
And you know what? They're better. They're better than hobbits.
Yeah, one thing when I did play Chris at your tournament, Will, it was recon. So I didn't want to break him, right? I was shielding every fight I could and like running people away from fights because I'm going to accidentally kill hobbits, which is pretty rare. As soon as you play a scenario, which is most of them where you want to break your opponent, like it would just be, if it wasn't recon, that game would have been over in like 4 or 5 turns. Well, really like 6 or 7 turns. Like it just would have been done. But now that you have elves, you have a bit more agency, you have a bit more power. You
Yeah.
actually have numbers. Yeah, I like this better.
The only drawback to the elves is now you can break the list without killing a hero, right? If you kill all the warriors, that's enough to break them. But
Yeah, exactly on the dot.
Yeah,
it's a great list in most scenarios. The ones where you have to run and clash right away, it probably might struggle a little bit with.
That's
and
actually a
you have to
really
just
good
get right in
shout,
there.
specifically on all the other heroes. Like you don't have to worry about killing them because the other ones are pretty difficult. But the number is exactly right where you just go after the regular warriors. And I mean, I guess Gildor too if you
Mhm.
want.
Even Gildor's tough to kill. Like he's a
Sure.
fight 6 hero. Like
They're 8-inch move too, so they're hard to pin down.
yeah.
mhm.
And you
Elven
just use them for
cloaks.
objectives, right? So I think it's, you're not fighting with them; they're there for the objective player. And yeah, I mean, even if you are fighting with them, if there's a chance of breaking, you just start to run them away, right? And just keep the heroes in fight. So
Mhm.
It's been
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think Veto helps this list a lot, actually, being able to kind of try to
Yeah.
avoid scenarios where you have to run straight into each other right away.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. That's gonna be
Alright,
And his
interesting.
stuff is painted pretty amazingly too, and his display board is
Yeah, his display board's
Yeah.
very, very
unreal.
good.
That's really
So
cool
hopefully we
display
see
board.
that at the GT. Zach, you want to talk about our first duplicate list, another Rivendell list?
You had another Rivendell from Jeremy H. 650 models, 25 models, right up the same window as me. So it makes me feel a little bit better until you see the rest of the list. It's got Elrond on horse. Fantastic. 6 Rivendell, Warrior Shield, 8 Shield and Elven's Beer, 1 Banner, 1 Elf Bow. And then he's got Glorfindel on Asphalloth, 1 Rivendell Knight, 3 Bows, 3 Shield and Spear. Sounds pretty good.
Seems good.
It's yeah, you got 2 powerhouses mounted, right? Like
Yeah.
it's that's
And
great.
your troops are good. I mean, we all know Glorfindel's great. And
With one of the
Elrond's-
most undercosted mounts in the whole game.
he might just be undercosted in general, but we don't have to go into that either. Elrond's good. You get some casting, which is nice. As much as
Yep.
people say that like Magic's been nerfed this edition, which in the definition of what it was last time, sure. But it's
Still
still a
good.
useful tool. It still has its opportunities to do good. Wrath of Bruinen's a great spell. especially if you face like
Yeah.
a lot of cav or a shield wall that you want to disrupt and charge. Oh, I think it's a pretty good
I think
list.
Elrond's an underrated hero right now because he got Fight 7 this edition. He has Lord of the West, so he's like super consistent. He's got magic. He has foresight points, which is kind of a really big
Very
deal.
useful. Yeah.
Like he's got everything you need, and then he's your leader with rerollable fate points and D7, all the good stuff. And then all of a sudden you add a Fight 8 beat stick behind him to just set loose on a 12-inch horse. It's just, the list is wonderful. There's not much bad about it, right?
I think this is a well-rounded list. I think its greatest weakness is going to be the same as mine, and it's just certain lists on model count, it's going to have a hard time. But at the same point, we've seen every list we've talked about so far is under 30, except for your two.
No. Yeah, so
far. I mean, I'm
we
sure
haven't talked
that's
about that
going to
many
change.
lists. Yeah, it does change for sure. But 25 is tough. It's going to be tough on objectives and stuff. Only 5 bows. He didn't go for maxing his bows, which probably getting the D6 is better. I get that.
Given your model count, you need to survive, right?
I
Yeah.
think,
And
yeah,
especially given 2 big heroes, you want to give them as much time to do, hopefully, their thing as possible before your army starts kind of dying. So I don't hate it,
Yeah.
yeah.
What do we think? We have 2. Whenever we get multiple lists, I'm going to ask you guys between the 2 Rivendell lists, which one is more competitive? Would you say? We have a Twins and Arwen list. We have an Elrond Glorfindel list, a 25 model to 36 model. What do we think?
I think that it'll depend on the scenario, really. Like you
can't say that. You got to pick one.
No, this one.
You got to pick one. Yeah, I have to. Yeah. Okay.
Like I look at just playing like depths, right? I look at your list and I'm like, I probably do okay against that. Your heroes can't fight me. And I look at
100%.
this and I go, ooh, both those heroes can fight me. I'm kind of knocked down. Oh, I guess Arwen has it too, but Arwen's going to die to the whip, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I'm more scared of
That's-
this one. Playing
my
depths.
list, I'm worried because I don't fall into the meta of like someone having a big hero or monster being able to duel stuff, right? It feels like
Yeah.
everybody has the big beat stick, and then this one just happens to have 2, which is pretty insane.
Yeah,
I'm
this
a
one
big
seems
believer
like
in
it'll
the
be more
2.
consistent.
Yeah.
But
It is 11 more models, right? And I think, this one is just putting a few more eggs into the hero basket. And if they don't perform, you come away, you got 11 more L's to do stuff with. And yeah, so Jeremy's going to, don't get me wrong, they're good heroes, but he is going to be putting a bit of reliance on them.
Yeah, 100%. And when you go up against those big hordes, like the 40 plus model Army of the White Hand or whatever, when they have Crebain to shut down your hero, there's definitely some tough matchups for like really good hero armies. But
you start
but
to
I think it's
rely
a really
on
good
dice.
list. Yeah.
It's a good list, yes. I think both of yours are going to play scenarios differently. It's the same list,
Yeah.
but it's going to be it's different. It's going to be interesting to see
100%.
how they perform.
I think it's the first time I've seen a list like yours, Will. So I am interested to see how you do with it.
I love the twins, man. Got to get them out.
Cool.
But actually, Jeremy's painting is superb, and I love that he did his Glorfindel in the silver armor to like really stand out from the list.
Yeah,
like the white horse and silver armor is
very
insane.
nice.
Looks really good.
It's a fantastic model, like Glorfindel.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I guess I just got a question for you too, Will, because I think you were messing around with it too. You thought about doing Elrond and the 2 sons. What did that do to your model count?
I was actually going to run Elrond. Oh, I think that was when I was doing a Rivendell Knight list. But I think honestly, the best way to run a Rivendell list right now is Elrond Arwen, having the double caster for Wrath, and then you still get good numbers because Arwen's half Glorfindel's points. Like you'd still be over 30 models, and having 2 mounted heroes with casting, I think is. I think if I was to try to like go in and win a tournament, I think I'd be trying that one because that seems really good.
Okay, so you heard it here first. Will's not trying to win.
I'm going to try to win all my games, but no guarantees. But speaking of 40 model Army of the White Hand lists, we have Josh Heron's list here, 650 points, 46 models, only 6 bows in this one. But first up, we have Saruman with an Isengard Orc Warrior with banner, 6 Orcs with shield, 6 Orcs with spear. We have 2 Dunlending Horsemen in the list, and 3 Kerbane. Next up, we have Grima, which is kind of an auto-include. We have the Wildman Oathmaker, with 6 Wildmen of Dunland with bow, 6 Wildmen of Dunland with spear. We have a Wildman Chieftain leading 2 more Kerbane, 5 Wildmen with spear, 1 Uruk-hai Scout with shield, 3 Orc Warriors with shield, and 1 Wildman of Dunland. So in total, I think that brings him to 5 Kerbane. He only has 1 Uruk-hai for fight 4, and then just a lot of Wildmen and a couple Dunlanding Horsemen. Sorry. What do you guys think of the list?
Not enough bows.
Do you think? I think this time, because Josh normally goes for a lot more wild men, which is where I think you see more bows. But I think I don't know. As from speaking to him, he's been watching the GBHL, noticing that they over in the UK we're using a lot more orcs rather than wild men. I think it's that D4 up to even D5 in some areas. I think when I played it at your tournament well before I came back, coming from elves especially, I hated dying on 4s, man. It's so rough. And I think what wins games is moving up the board at the minute. I think especially to win big, if you want to capitalize on the victory points, you need to move forward. You might be able to win by kind of sitting back and playing a bit more passively, but that doesn't get you VPs or as many VPs. And I think maybe that's what Josh is going for with this version. Lots of Kerbane as well, but we all know that Kerbane are really good.
Yeah. I do get the D4-5 advantage, but I would have thought maxing your bows out would feel really good here, because then you're gonna win shooting wars just on like numbers advantage basically. But
5
D4-5
Kerbane
is
is
pretty
pretty
good.
annoying.
Mm-hmm.
They do an awful lot for this list.
Yeah, the 2 Dunlanding Horse is interesting. Get you a couple cav.
They're really solid as well, actually. My first time using them at the tournament I was talking about, and I think they're strength 4 base. They reroll 1s because of the Wildman Oathmaker. Like, they're pretty killy.
I didn't realize they were in this list off of Legacies.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
This list actually
cool.
got an awful lot from Legacies, to be fair. I think Vrasku's in it as well. Like, it got an awful lot.
Gorulf's in it too.
Gorulf, yeah. So he toyed with some Gorulf lists, but I think the model count just took a bit of too much of a hit at 650 that he was willing to take. But Gorulf's a really solid addition to this army as well.
Yeah, because you probably put him in there instead of the Chieftain.
Probably if you had a few more points, yeah, because you definitely want the Wildman Oathmaker. He's really good.
Yeah,
I know he was messing around with an Orc Captain as well, but he dropped that when it was announced that it's going to be veto. So I think because he knows he can veto the likes of contest and so on, and the more kind of hero killing stuff centric lists, he opted for something a bit cheaper and get more bodies in.
Yeah,
nice. That's interesting.
Well painted army too.
Yeah, it's a lovely army. He's done a really good job.
Yeah,
Army of the White Hand. It's good. It's competitive right now. And it's going to have a shot for sure.
Yeah, he's playing to try to stay on the podium for the league.
I do not think I would want to play this list.
No.
I think I would have a hard time. Because like we said about the veto, those hero-centric ones, you just get rid of, and that's where I'm going to be relying upon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to veto out 46 models, 5 Kerbane, and Thunderblast, and what's the other? The have your move for a turn?
Yeah, the Gale or whatever.
Yeah.
The other thing is Army of the White Hand with 46 models and the speed of the Kerbane and everything, like Saruman's lightning and stuff, like it's so easy for it to get ahead. And this tournament is only 1.5 rounds. Like most people are going to time out between having to do veto and play their game in an 1.5 hours. Like,
yeah, it's a bit short on time.
Any army that's quick and can get up early is probably going to just win more games, right?
Yeah.
And Army of the White Hand is one of the best when you can lightning their banner or gale them so they can't get to the objectives quick enough. Like it's a sprint almost, and it can get ahead. I feel.
They got good
And
tempo.
I think,
Yeah.
oh yeah, and I mean 11 might with Grima, like it's crazy in terms of, especially in shorter games, you can just keep that tempo. Saruman's just getting the channeled transfixes off. It's just going to be really tough, I think. Yeah, and especially an hour and a half long rounds. A lot of momentum with this list, definitely. I think that's a good point, Will.
Yeah. Hour and a half rounds is, in my opinion, not enough for 650 points. But we'll see. We'll see how the tournament goes.
Yeah.
Matty, Don Barnett had a Garrison of Athelion list. If you want to walk us through that one.
And I think that's especially because what the next few lists, I'd argue, are a bit more on the passive end. And I think this is where the hour and a half might start hurting them. So I'll go into this one. So the Garrison of Athelion, 650 points, 39 models, 15 boars, 10 might. Got Faramir, 3 vets with shield, 2 vets with spear, 2 vets with bow, 3 Rangers of Gondor with spear, 2 Rangers of Gondor, and a Knight of Minas Tirith. We got Madril with 3 Rangers of Gondor with spear, and 2 Rangers of Gondor, and another Knight. Captain of Minas Tirith with 4 Warriors of Minas Tirith with shield, 1 Ranger of Gondor with spear, and another Knight of Minas Tirith. So there's actually quite a few cav in this. Captain of Minas Tirith, 1 Warrior with banner, 4 Warriors with shield, 4 Warriors with shield and spear, and 1 Knight of Minas Tirith. So yeah, 39 models, 15 bows, 10 might.
Yeah, it's a lot of models, a lot of bows. It's,
good amount of cav though as well, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you have? Four knights? 4 knights.
But what I'm like I said, Nick, kind of it applies to a few of the lists that are coming now. It's quite passive and City at the back, and even if you win those games, from my experience, and maybe I'm just bad. Likely I'm just bad, but
Us too.
Even where I'd win, playing more passively, you tend to score less VPs. And actually, what the decide has been at a lot of the tournaments, at least in the OSBGL, has been, it's down to margin of victory and victory points, right? And I think, I think this is where, especially in that hour and a half rounds, these types of lists may struggle a little bit.
Yeah,
we've got the
bows. Yeah,
but Army of the White Hand just marching up. If you're going to just stand there and try and capitalize on that shooting, Josh is probably going to be quite happy with it, right?
Yeah, 100%. It does. It does feel like a list that would love to play the game until a natural ending, right?
Yeah.
Especially with no big heroes.
Yeah.
You want to draw it out as long as you can and score all the points you can.
Yeah, Faramir's great, but he's not going to be able to duel a Glorfindel or anything like that. Like, call heroic defense for a couple turns maybe, but there's not much in this list that can really stand up to a Glorfindel, a Balrog, any of the big hitters.
Seems fun though. I like this theme.
Mm-hmm.
I like the double captain.
Yeah, I do like the double captain.
Because we were talking about sitting back, but he's got D8, but he's got a lot of potential for March here too. Like you could pop up turn 1 and 2, you could do a bunch of March and still have might left over with the 4 heroes. It's interesting.
Yeah, I think Captains of Minas Tirith are one of the most improved, captains of this edition. Going to fight 5, defense 7/8 is pretty wild for 60 points.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Yeah. Get 2 of them. The war bands are fine. They're not maxed out, but I kind of like that they're. I kind of like what he's done with his war bands. How he split them up. I think it's very interesting.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it does. I know when I built my garrison list, it was always a warrior of Gondor with shield and then a ranger with spear behind it. Then you get the 50% bow limit and really lean into that. But he's almost created this war band that he can drop in a gap, right? Where there's the captain with the banner and the 4 shield, 4 spears.
Yeah.
He's almost gone for a little shield wall block, and then everyone else can skirmish. So it'd be cool to see.
Every warband has 1 knight, so they all have some cav support.
Yep, seems alright.
Nicely painted and
it's a lovely display board, isn't it?
Nice display board, yeah.
Good luck, Don. Nice to have you coming out.
Yeah, it's always great to have Don come out.
We have a Garrison of Dale, but with only 4 bows in the list.
I've just noticed that. Yeah, so maybe actually my last comment about the next few lists being a bit too passive is a lie. Yeah.
Andrew, let's hear it.
Yeah, this is an interesting one, Zach. I think we talked with this or something. We talked.
We talked about this just together.
Oh, we didn't record. Okay, well here it is on the record. Garrison of Dale, 40 models, 4 bows. Crazy.
This is also Ben's list. I don't think we said that.
Yes, Ben Speak. Yeah,
Ben Speak. Yes. Girion with the Windlands, 2 Knights of Dale, 5 Warriors of Dale with shield and spear, 3 Warriors with shield, 2 with bow. Then you got a captain, 2 more Knights, 4 Warriors with shield and spear, 4 shield, 1 banner. Another captain. That's the exact same warband except with an extra bow, and then an extra Windlands to round it out. 649 points. Where's your bows?
I don't know. I quite like this actually.
Yeah.
So like, I think I would have probably put more Knights of Dale in because I think what they're getting like +2 to wound if they're charged, like that is cracked.
Yeah,
but I think this is it's an interesting take, and it'll be really cool to see how it does. And I do feel like 2 Windlances there to take out big threats. It's got some kind of cover as it moves up, and I think 40 models, and the Knights are no slouches. It'll be interesting to see how it does.
It does have a good front line that's going to be able to get up there and fight. It's a different take on Dale. And I think the only question that I have on how well it'll do is normally when you have good front line and shield wall, you want that good fighting hero to back it up.
Yeah, that's missing in Dale.
Don't really have that. So I'm curious to see how that'll play out, but I know that I'm assuming that him and Jeremy were playtesting quite a few lists by what it sounded like. So clearly he liked something here that he put together. So I'm curious to see how that comes out. Because this is not what you'd expect with a normal Dale.
No. Double Windlance is still, you got to respect that. Like, that's some serious damage output. You can destroy heroes with that.
Any banner scenarios, he's making you come to him because he's got 2 banners in the list, right?
Nope.
So you're going to have to walk at 2 Windlances, and it's not going to be fun.
Just 1 banner.
I thought the captain had the same one. Was it just 1 banner?
Yep, just 1 banner.
Oh, never mind. Still, I think the Windlances have to put in some work, but Girion on the Windlance with 3 might points is it's pretty consistent and spinning without penalty and stuff like that. So I feel like he does win a lot of shooting wars still.
Yeah. Well, he's got the 4 bows and 2 Windlances. I think that beats my 7 Hobbit Archers.
Okay.
Anything does do.
Oh, you take that back. I will find something they will shoot.
Like I said, I think it's a really cool take. I've not seen it. It'll be really interesting to follow along and see how it does.
Yeah.
I'm going to be interested to talk to him and see how he came to this.
It went as well. Yeah.
That's
because the Windlances get rid of anything that's kind of super scary monster-wise as well. So you are kind of hopefully with the Windlances you will diminish your opponent to foot heroes and kind of just troops, right, and get rid of some of the big scaries. I don't know, it's cool.
Yeah,
and it's also painted very well. I like the really basing nice on it
there as well.
I was going to say his basing with the leaves is unreal.
Yeah, the leaves look really good.
Like the painting's good, but the basing of it, I think, brings it to a different level.
Yeah, agreed.
Right, next up.
Yeah, Zach, you wanna? I think it's Zach's turn.
Is this Jacob Wixon's list?
Yeah, our buddy Jacob Wixon, Minas Tirith.
He plays a different Gondor-based army, I think, every tournament.
Yeah.
So I love that you know it's gonna be Gondor, but you don't know what it is gonna be. So here he's got Faramir with he's got the heavy armor, horse, shield, no bow. So he's got the mounted version in this list. It's got 9 Knights of Minas Tirith, 3 Warriors of Minas Tirith Shield, 3 Warriors of Minas Tirith Shield and Spear, Irolas, Captain of the Guard, 3 Citadel Guard Longbow, 9 Citadels with Spear, 2 Avenger Bolt Throwers, both with Swift Reload. 35 models. I think it's a spicy
Yeah,
list.
I can't believe you got to 35 models with a double swift load Avenger Bolt Thrower and a full warband of +1 to wound Citadel Guard.
And 9 Knights?
Yeah.
I mean, loads of synergy there with Faramir.
Yeah, because he's got the pseudo Battle of Fornost fight
Yeah.
5 Knights on the charge, right?
Yes. Yes, he does. Ooh.
So,
And they're fearless as well, which could help.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It's, if you're listening to this, Jacob, it's a great rule. I love getting the fight 5 with the Knights.
Yeah.
It's probably the main reason why I play Battle of Fornost, is being able to pull that off. And 9 of them is pretty solid. Though probably the weakest part is the battle line's going to be thin, but the Citadel Guard battle line is so strong.
Man, you
So
look
you
at
win the
it, and
fight.
he can frontline with his 6 Warriors Minas Tirith and his 3 Citadel Guard with longbow, and keep the 9 Citadel Guard spears in the back, and then he has +1 to wound over like a 9-inch span. Like it's pretty wild.
The double bolt thrower Swift Reload is going to be very consistent, or should be very consistent with getting lots of shots.
Mm-hmm.
Seems
What's
fun.
the strength of it again? Sorry, the gun
Strength 7.
Strength.
Yeah.
They can
D6 shots
shred.
every turn, 4+ to shoot.
And now he gets to roll 2 dice to decide between the 1 and the 6.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's
On
gonna be a really
2.
fun list to play. He did tell me he thought about taking Boromir mounted with 9 Knights, and then elected to drop him down to Faramir and pick up the extra bolt thrower.
I actually think though that the Faramir getting the knights to fight 5, it's a big deal. And I think, I mean, not to spoil too much, but we all know that Khazad-dûm is quite common within the scene at the minute. It's doing really well. You know, you got fight 5 +1 to wound knights charging into a kind of dwarven battle line. It's, you know, and then you got the bolt throwers and +1 to wound. It's quite nice.
Bolt throwers wounding dwarves on 4s feels so good, man.
Or 3s.
You know? And they've got across the board. I mean, they've got their mirrors, which could block it, but reduce the potency of it. But still, like I actually think this is I wish him good luck with this. I think it's a nice meta read, to be honest.
It's a cool one.
I think it's interesting. The fact you get the 35 models is nice.
Yeah, it's a decent number.
And I'm sitting there wondering too, because you got the 2 bolt throwers. Do you need the 40 points on the Swift Reload for both of them? But if you don't, that's only 4 more models.
Well, there's no warband space either. To fit any more models in.
No, yeah,
so
it's max.
It's kind of worked out
then
perfectly.
This is exactly how it is.
Yeah,
because say there was warband space, hypothetical here, putting it out there. Would you prefer 4 extra models or leave the 2 Swift Reloads? Because I don't think
it's
actually
Swift
4
Reload
extra
20
models.
or 30 points now.
I think it's 20. Oh wait, is it?
I thought it was 50-point bolt thrower, 30.
Well, actually, let's see right here.
Might be
80.
wrong.
Oh, it might be 30.
I might be wrong, but yeah.
Oh, I'm probably wrong.
For this list, I think it's perfect. If it was a different list, I think I'd either drop a bolt thrower and have 1 with Swift Reload, or I'd take 2 bolt throwers, no Swift Reload on either, just because I think if you could pump the model number up. But this list, it's perfect because it all works out.
There, 20 points. Okay. So for 4 models, I don't know. I think I talked myself back into it. So I originally thought, you know what? Double bolt thrower, I don't think you need the Swift Reload. 35 to 39, I don't think that's too big of a game changer.
No, and like 35 models is awesome in this list. The only thing I can say that I'm disappointed with is the last tournament I saw him at. He was playing Gandalf the White, and his Gandalf the White is painted like it was. It was the model that I kept wandering around and like watching play because it was like fantastic. But he does have a really cool. All his Gondor stuff is well painted, but his Gandalf the White was insane.
I love the yellow cloaks that he's got on his Citadel Guard as well. They look really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look good.
Yeah.
Plays different
No.
list every time, Will.
I know, it's just impressive. It's way better than what you and Andrew do.
I played 3 lists this season.
No, but it's cool.
Um,
That'd be interesting to see how it goes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Good luck.
Up next, we got
Good luck, Jacob.
Jonathan Young. He is bringing in a brand new list. He just got it
Wait.
painted up. He told me.
This is John's
Pardon?
list?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Men of the West.
Him and I were talking about it, and he was debating between double caster versus just Celeborn and a couple Killy heroes, but it looks like he's gone with the double caster. So he has Lothlorien at 650 points, 32 models with 10 bows. He does have Galadriel with the mirror, 5 Galadrim warriors with elf bow, 2 Galadrim warrior with shield, 5 Galadrim warrior with shield and elven spear, and 2 guard of the Galadrim court. It also has a Galadrim knight with elf bow in that warband. And then we have Celeborn leading a Galadrim warrior with banner, 3 Galadrim warriors with elf bow, 2 Galadrim warrior with shield and Lorien guard, which is, I believe, reroll 1s to wound. 2 Galadrim warriors with shield, 4 Galadrim warriors with shield and elven spear and Lorien guard, 2 guard of the Galadrim court, 1 Galadrim knight with elf bow. So 32 models. A lot of his front line is D6. The elf bows are D5. He has the banner. He has Lorien guard with Celeborn, so he has +1 to wound, rerolling 1s in that warband. Again, 2 casters, both having transfix on a 3+. What do you guys think?
This is similar to what Steve Stokes played at the last, I guess, 2 tournaments ago now at Torchlight. And we came up against each other round 1. And yeah, it seemed good. I think you're getting +1 to wound around Celeborn.
Celeborn. Yeah.
You got 10 bows. You got a few knights. This is very similar to what Steve played, and it was quite good. Unfortunately, I don't know, the goblins, there was too many goblins, but he did shut down the Balrog. The Balrog basically had 2 turns out of however long our game was, it went to time, where he got to do stuff, or it got to do stuff, and then, but the rest of the time it was just shut down. Transfixes or whatever the good version is.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just basically goblins versus elves, and the Balrog being a 350 point sink.
I think this is why you take the double caster version over the like Celeborn and Brothers, right? Just because having Galadriel as well, that's a lot of casting to try and shut down something big and scary like the Balrog. I think it's one of your better chances of doing it right. Lothlorien really solid. Good shooting, better shooting with Galadriel because you got the blinding light and so on.
Blinding light into swift reload, bolt throwers, and wind lances is really nice to have.
Definitely. The only thing is, I think Lorien guard, I think it's just a waste of points. Maybe I'm being too harsh there. I'd have rather seen it on like more court guard because fight 6 on a 12-point troop is pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's I think where I would have exactly with the pike. So that's probably where I would have skimped on the Lorien guard and maybe invested a little more with the Galadriel court guard.
Yeah, it's pretty specific to have reroll 1s, but if you're going to put it somewhere, having it with Celeborn and +1 to wind is a good spot to have it.
Yeah.
But I think this one's going to suffer kind of like my list, where it's just not going to be fast. There's no march. You only have 2 mounted models. We're playing with 1.5-hour time limits, so I think the double caster is actually really great in the meta, being able to come up against a Anor Glorfindel list or a Balrog or anything. You're pretty confident you can shut stuff down. It's just going to be a case of time. You got to play fast.
Yeah, Celeborn's only Valor, so what's that? I'm just looking at the mirror because obviously he took the mirror.
Yeah, because that helps with the priority rolls, right? Because they're +1.
Oh yeah, I
the
forgot
priority
about that,
rolls
to
as
be
well now.
fair. Yeah, okay.
So it does the
okay.
fate points, but mostly it's just to help win priority and keep that ball
Yeah,
rolling.
okay. I can see a bit more of a case for that then. Just because obviously when you got 2 backline heroes, it's like
Yeah.
25 points for a mirror and you've got warband space. Would you have wanted to maybe try and bump that up to, my maths might fail me here, but like trying to get 34 or something, that could be nice. But yeah, the priorities, it's a big deal now, isn't it? So
Yeah, I think so.
especially with elves, if you can try and slightly on the slightly lower might end, if you can start dictating the battlefield a bit more because you're winning more priorities, that's useful, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what? When it comes
Um,
down to it, John, really good player, so
Yeah, very
he'll
good.
be able
yeah.
to. He'll probably be able to pilot this really well. I'll expect good things out of him here.
I
we've
think,
got.
like I said, it's just sorry, Will. I think it's
No,
just
no, go
making
ahead.
sure that he's trying to score the points and not playing too passively, so that the game just
Yeah.
kind of gets away from him. Because obviously, this is a very passive version with the double casters.
Yep.
His veto probably
Yeah.
helped this list, I think, a lot too. Because you can get rid of those hero killing scenarios.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to play contest with this one, but yeah, even I think like you said earlier, Zach, the pools is going to be the bigger problem when the maneuvering pool shows up, where all the scenarios are going to be, a recon or a running across the board
Yeah.
or things like that, or Maelstrom's really going to mess this list up too. Like you got
Maelstrom
to be willing to
splitting up
spend might points.
Galadriel and Celeborn could be rough.
Yeah,
Maelstrom
you got to put one on the
sucks.
board, and then you got to spend might with whoever the second hero is, just to get close, because you can't have this list fighting in 2 separate areas, right?
No.
Yeah.
But we have another Lothlorien list by Steve Stokes. Matty, you want to walk us through that, because it is different?
Yeah, definitely. So Lothlorien, 650 points, 31 models, 7 might, and 10 bows. So we've got Celeborn, warrior with banner, 4 warriors with elf bow, 2 warriors with shield, 3 warriors with shield and elf spear, and 4 Guard of Gladrim Court. Orifin, then we got 2 Gladrim warriors with elf bow, 2 Gladrim warriors with shield and elf spear, 2 Guard of Gladrim Court, and then 1 Gladrim knight with elf bow, and then Rumil with exactly the same warband, it looks like. So that's 2 Gladrim warriors with elf bow, 2 with shield and spear, 2 Guard of Gladrim Court, and then 1 Gladrim knight with elf bow.
All right, before we talk about the list, can I just put it out there? Guard of the Gladrim Court should have the elite keyword for only like Celeborn and Galadriel.
They're like, if you compare them to Palace Guard, for example, in Halls of Thranduil, like they're really good.
It's insane having a fight
Palace
6
Guard,
pike for 12 points.
They cost more. They've got a Gladrim Court have a pike. Their native fight 6, whereas Palace Guard needs to be within 3 inches of Thranduil. Like they're really good. Really good. And that's why I think I would have, if I was building Jonathan's list, I would have probably dropped the Lorien Guard to put a few more in, because they are just so strong.
Yeah, they're only 1 point more than a shield and spear Galadrim warrior. Like you're losing a defense, but you're gaining fight 5 and having a pike, and you can shield with them still. Like it's just
getting fight 6, and again with the prevalence of Khazad-dûm, they've got a lot of fight 5 running around now with the Khazad Guard. Like fight 6 is really good, and it's still really good at countering heroes, right?
It's amazing at countering heroes. At 12 points a model, that you can just have someone that's
you're tying fight values with troops to heroes,
and it's in the back line, so you can always shift it around so it's where it needs to be. Like it's so good.
Like you're tying strong heroes in other lists where you're like fight 6, like this guy's great, and you just have a 12-point model that matches it. It's crazy.
Yeah. These
with
lists,
+1 from Celeborn, like it makes the troops actually really scary as well. Sorry, Will.
No, it's all good. But we have 2 Lothlorien lists. Both have 10 bows. This one has 1 less model. And they have the same. I think they both have 2 knights. So what do we think about the difference between either a Galadriel Celeborn or a Celeborn Rumil Orifin list?
If it was me, I would personally go Steve's version, just because I wouldn't trust myself to do double caster. I like the idea that I'd have Rumil and Orifin that can actually fight. Just the way I play, I think this would be something more up my alley. But that's also just double caster, I think has a place for sure.
Yeah.
They're interesting.
Yeah, I think they're both, the lists are looking to do different things. Like the Galadriel Celeborn one is like a shutting people down, right? Like shut down your Aragorn, your Balrog, your Troll. And this is more like, yeah, I can transfix or whatever, but I got like 2 fight 6 elves that can
So
do damage.
I think Steve's list is a bit more all-comer. You know, I think
Yeah.
he's a bit less sensitive to veto. I think just because his list is a bit less passive than the other variant, whereas I think Jonathan, yeah, he's probably relying on that veto a little bit more. Yeah, to play slightly more favourable matchups, so he can play a bit more passively, which he'll need to do with the 2 casters.
Yeah.
I actually find
I
it
think I like-
interesting. I
No,
think
go ahead,
it's
Zach.
I think it's interesting that Steve did play the double caster list, and then he moved to this
I'll go back.
direction. I think that's also something to point out. Steve's a good player. Steve's a competitive player. Did double caster. He moved on in a different direction.
Mhm.
So the tournament before that, though, Zach, he played either this list or a variant of this as well.
Oh, did he?
So
Okay.
he played this, went to double caster, and has now reverted back. So yeah, maybe this
So-
is Steve's preference, definitely. Yeah.
He saw something there that he liked, and he was like, you know what, this worked out better for what he wanted. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
And is this the
100%.
same list he's bringing to the weekend right now, Andrew?
As far as I
650.
know.
650, I imagine.
Oh,
it
in
would be the
Vancouver,
same.
this is what he's bringing.
Yeah, the exact
Yeah.
same. I imagine it would be.
Yeah, I like double caster personally better. I think it's a better list, but it's gonna be tougher to play this with the time limit. I
Yeah.
think both these lists are tough to play with time limit because there's nothing like Steve still doesn't have a march. There's not much speed there. Like I feel like both lists can grind down any other list in the game almost. But it's just gonna be getting to your spot with the right amount of time left.
Yeah. All right, next up.
Yeah, Andrew, I think it's you. You want to hit us with the? This
Yeah.
is my neighbor Zach Stock's list.
Zach Stock. We know Zach Stock. Famously played with us at the last doubles tournament in Kitchener.
Team tournament.
Doubles? Team tournament.
Team tournament, whatever. Same
Yeah, he was our sacrificial Dale player that
Yeah, put him
that
up
threw out
first.
everything we didn't want to play.
Thanks for
Sorry,
your
Zach.
sacrifice.
Yeah. Yes, Kingdom of Khazad-dûm. 30 models, 6 bows, 7 might. Durin, 10 Hearthguard. Nice. King's Champion, 3 Rangers, 5 Dwarf Warriors with Shield, then a Captain, 4 Warriors with Shield, and 3 Rangers. Simple as. Pretty good. I mean, this is like a pretty standard Khazad-dûm list that you'd build up. And I
Yeah.
think it's going to do okay.
10 Hearthguard's great.
Or has the ability to do okay.
His the 2 best heroes in the Khazad-dûm list. Double banner, like it's fight 5 +1 to win. Like it's a good solid dwarf list. There's
What do
nothing
you
really
mean,
to
no
complain
banner?
about.
Oh,
loves
right.
it.
Of course, there's double banner.
Double banner, yeah.
Of course, there's double banner.
He loves
Yeah.
the King's Champion.
Dude, it's so good.
King's Champion's broken. It needed to go up about 40 points, but
No,
whatever.
it's fine. It's only 2 might.
A double banner with 2 fate points on both your banners.
Yeah, and you can get the extra defense when they're in base contact with each other.
Yeah,
D9 banners.
it's insane.
But the only thing is there, if you want that D9 banner, they got to be beside each
You
other,
gotta
so you're
have
going
them
to
together.
lose the
Yeah.
spreading them out.
Yeah,
think
but
this is
King's
alright.
Champion, a fight 6 3 attack hero is really good as well. And then
I
a
got
captain
fight.
in there for March if he needs to get across the board. So
I got
it's
fight
nice.
8.
Okay, well, no one
Okay.
cares what you, Zach, okay?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay,
I don't know
fight
why
10
you're
over
talking
there.
about your list. We're talking about Kingdom of Khazad-dûm here, but
The only thing I
Um,
will say is like he is at 30 models, which is nice. I don't know if I'd want to drop below that, but having like 1 Iron Guard in each warband to charge stuff where you know you're going to be up against 3 attacks, so you can get 2 and then the reroll is nice. Like charging something with 3 attacks to get the reroll, yeah. But 30 models. Being at that 30 is nice.
Yeah.
100%.
I think I would have been
Um,
maybe tempted to drop Durin though and go for a king instead.
For King, yeah.
Yeah, really just pump them all the
That's-
numbers and
No, that's heresy.
You're right in that
Hold out.
British mentality now.
Yeah.
In Ontario, here, we like Durin.
Yeah,
Durin's
we're Durin.
amazing.
We're Durin fans over here.
We're Durin
fair
people.
enough,
And Hearthguard fans.
I
Hearthguard.
apologize, team.
Let's just get one thing straight, Matt. You're just wrong here. Durin is in the Kingdom of Khazad-dûm list. There's no choice. You have to include him.
I'm actually shocked it isn't a mandatory thing in that list with all these other lists where it's like, you have to take this hero.
Yes,
It's shocking
Yeah.
that they didn't do that with Durin.
Yeah, it is. I guess
I mean,
they're
obviously,
saying
a
like,
really solid centerpiece to your army, right? I know you
Yeah.
model count suffers a bit, but like really just kind of solid leader to just put into the middle of the battle line and just
it's got a Warhorn as well. Not that
Yeah.
you
The
needed to stand for
Warhorn,
Suspheros.
the free reroll, the +1 to wound, fight 7. He's just defense 9. He's too good to leave it on.
I mean, I do see where
Maybe
you're
that-
coming from
the
with the
Hearthguard.
Kings. They're like very well priced for what the Dwarf Kings do. We're
Yeah.
just Durin people.
That's fair. That's fair.
We're frankly going to be on the wrong side of
Um,
history here.
Okay.
Zach, let's run through this other Kingdom of Khazad-dûm list by I think this one was from Mike Schalk.
Mike Schalk.
Durin, again, Durin people. Let's go.
And get this,
17
look at
hard
this.
card.
Oh, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh,
is
that's like the
crazy.
18
That's what I'm
Sons of
talking
Earl.
about.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Martin, 1 Dwarf Banner, 6 Rangers with Longbow, and 5. Hey, there's your Iron Guard, too. Ooh,
Yeah.
this is like 31 models. This is like a filthy elite list right here.
The only thing I would change about this list is not taking Martin. I think Martin sucks.
No, I was talking to Mike Schalk. I won't say the piece of tech he told me about, but he told me something and I was like, I'm sold on Martin. I will take Martin now. I won't spoil it because it's part of his strategy for this tournament.
Okay,
But
so
All right.
as
I would take Martin. Plus
anyone
you get
getting
the
the preview, go read up on his profile.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Try to spoil Mike Schalk's day by
well,
figuring it
okay,
out.
it's not his, it's the army. Like it's just playing well. Plus he comes with the spear, so you're taking down monsters a bit better.
No, he's not good enough to take down monsters.
Yeah, he's only 5'5". No strike.
I think a king for the same points is better. And it
Fight
brings
6.
March, and it's fight
Kings
6.
have March, don't they?
Yeah.
Also looks
Yeah.
very well painted.
Yeah, his stuff is
Oh, yeah,
insane.
lovely.
Mike Schalk's
Lovely,
dwarves
lovely.
are famously, well painted. The bases.
That
are
is
very good.
amazing.
I think the thing that, and maybe, I think the first list has it a bit more. Just more warriors and rangers. You know, one of the things that's really strong about Khazad-dûm is just that dominant 2 on kind of just your base troop
Mhm.
is just really
Right?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really strong. The first list has it a bit more. Obviously, Mike's really invested in the Hearthguard, and that's his thing. But yeah, that's just my thoughts, and also no Durin. But yeah, or
Yeah.
Mardin. So we agree on that, Will. No Mardin.
Yeah, no Martin. You can almost trade Martin and the Dwarf Warrior with Banner and like 2 Hearthguard, and then you got a King's Champion, which is 3 models. Like you're not losing your model count, and you're getting double Banner
Yeah.
with a fight 6 hero. Like
That might be
feels,
better.
Then you're
Uh,
dropping down a point of might, right?
Or
Or is Martin only at 2 might?
No, Martin's
Martin
2
only
now.
has 2, yeah.
Oh, well, there
Yeah.
you go.
You lose a +1 to wound spear against monsters. But yeah, anyway, Dwarf Kingdom of Khazad-dûm, I think we all expected to see come out of the woodwork a little more now. We have 1 list left. I'm currently still trying to convince this guy to play something different. But we have Jonathan Park with Fangorn, 7 models. We have Treebeard with Merry and Pippin, We have an Ent in his warband, the Ash Ent, which I don't know what it does. We have Burst Seed with 2 Ents in his warband, the Oak and the Beech Ents. 7 models, 5 monsters, 5 Ents total. Like it's an Ent list, man.
I believe the Ash is the one
Ents.
that can move and throw a stone.
I'm just trying to get it
Yeah,
up
the
here.
Ash is the shooting one.
Oak's got the you do 1
Extra
wound,
wound or
2
something?
wounds. And Beach, I don't know.
It's under reroll or something.
They haven't used the
Reroll
reroll?
ones. I can't remember.
The one that can move and throw a stone, I think, is pretty cool.
Yeah, that one is good. I feel like you take that one.
Yeah.
That one is, yeah.
It's the Ash. Yeah, Ash.
Yeah, I remember the Ash is the shooting one. I don't remember the rest. I would
Yeah,
just like to
Orc,
say,
4
oh, sorry,
wounds.
Matt. Go ahead.
No, and then, sorry, and then Beach is reroll 1s when making strikes. So
the
the
Oak
elite
is-
knockout
Oak
is the
is-
Chestnut, which is the Mighty Blow.
Okay.
Oak is really good. Having 4 wounds is the extra wound is really
Yeah. I think Ash and Oak
Yeah,
are the
it's-
2 good ones then.
Yeah, Oak
Yeah.
takes out captains. Ash, you're shooting.
And moving
I would like
around.
to say, Jonathan Park did just comment on the OSBGL Discord. He's currently playing Birder Sword, and he came up against Fangorn, and he said, playing Ents when they only roll 6s on their dual rolls is really annoying. And I said, yes, you have turned me into a monster. I'm glad you've experienced the same pain that you brought upon me.
It's
So-
kind of fun.
If you only lose fights against Ents all game, you have a terrible day. Especially when you fight them 3 times in a row.
I was going to ask Andrew, are you over it yet? But I'm guessing
No,
the answer is
I'm
no.
not over it. I'm not over it. I'll be over it after the GT, and I'll go back to playing normal lists, like a respectable person. But till then, taking my revenge out on high fight value, easy lists.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully playing as Ents makes him change his mind and change the list. But
No, if anything, it'll probably make him want to play the Ents more.
Yeah.
Because he'll see, man, these are actually really good.
Oh, it's so easy. You just move them up the board and win.
Yeah. No, it's funny going back to one of your earlier episodes, how many Ents we've seen in the OSBGL, yet there's been literally no Eagles, I don't think. I don't think anyone's
One.
taken Eagles.
One.
Oh, you didn't
Once.
listen.
yeah,
You would have heard about it.
This is very
Come on,
showing,
Matty.
Matty.
Keeping up on every single episode we drop. Come on.
I just cited earlier episode where you guys
did.
discussed it. So.
Just hasn't kept up with it. No, we just had a 450 hobby event, 80-point hobby event in London, and the winner brought Eagles.
As he do.
In his defense, he did think it was a 90-point event.
Fair.
There was some miscommunication, but we have shamed him.
We won't name you. We won't name and shame you this time.
Jeremy, you've been named and shamed.
Okay. That's enough.
Yeah, relax. All right, that's all of our lists. Let's everyone can kind of pick a favorite list. Give us one that you think could surprise people, and maybe one that you have a very strong feeling will podium.
Well, I think Depth is going to podium.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, statistically, I'm lining up for it.
I think Josh has a good chance to podium. That seems like a really filthy list.
Yeah,
I
Josh's
think
list
him
is
being able to get up early and only have an hour and a half rounds. I think his list is really like not. I think it's like almost built for this kind of a tournament to get in there and win quick.
I'll say my favorite list is Road to Rivendell.
I'm
Yeah.
curious to see how it's going to do. I like how he's built it this time. I'm curious to see. I like Jacob's list.
That was going to be my
Yeah.
pick.
The
Zach.
double bolter.
I just think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think a decent read into the meta maybe, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's probably my favourite and dark horse. I'm backing Jacob on this one. I think.
We're cheering for you, Jacob.
9 knights. You know what? I like this list. a lot.
It's
Like,
cool, and it fits so well as well, right? Like we said, the 2 swift reloads, but hey, no more warband space. It's just made for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And 35 models, like it's still good. Like a pretty good
A lot
model
of
count.
That's my
models.
pick. That's my pick. Yeah.
The one I think I gotta say, going through these lists, I don't feel so bad about my 26 model list. Like, there's only been a few that like 40 plus. There's a lot in that like 30, 35 range. It doesn't feel as crushing.
Yeah, I guess the dwarf lists are only 30 and 31. Same with the
Lothlorians.
Lothlorien ones. Yeah, really just Army of the White Hand at 46. Actually, sorry, how many models do you have, Andrew?
45.
Yeah, so you two would be top. And then, yeah, 39 model garrison list. I think the garrison of Athelion list will actually, it could do really well. 39 models and a lot of might in the list. It can get around pretty fast with all the marches. They have 7 might for march, so I could see Dawn doing pretty well with it.
The Lothlorien ones are obviously, got to shout out those. Those are
Okay, we're
being
just
played
gonna
by
shout
good
out everybody's
players.
list again too.
Yeah.
No, I think that those are potentials for podiuming.
The
Both
two
of
that
those
I think
Lothlorien
are going to podium are going to be Depths and Army of the White Hand.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, I
because,
think so.
especially with Veto, like we know they're a really good list, but then with Veto and they get to cancel their worst scenarios, like then it just almost becomes, the good
I
become
don't really
great.
like playing recon if I don't have to.
Yeah, like there's always going to be the 4 options. There's going to be one that's the worst that you'll be able to get rid of, right? So
Yeah.
And so currently there's 18 people signed up on Longshanks, you said. Andrew and I
yeah, but
have not signed up on Longshanks yet. So that's
I
20
have my ticket
people.
though.
I gotta grab my ticket today. But that's say 20 people, and we just talked about 12 lists. So there's still like 8 lists out there.
I think we just talked about 15 lists.
15 lists? Okay, so we've talked about most of the lists that are showing up to the tournament that we are aware of.
Yeah, there's a couple Americans that we don't have lists for. There's Blake Martell that I should have messaged, but I forgot. I just noticed he's on the Longshanks.
I think Garrett's coming too, but he was last minute. We didn't have time to get his list.
Oh yeah, he's coming down for it too.
Nice.
But last time he played Return of the King with Legolas.
He did well with it as well, didn't he?
Yeah, we tied in the top table game because Legolas did a wound to the Balrog on a random turn, and that caused the tie. 1v1ing the Balrog.
Yeah.
It's a list of it's not a list, it's a tournament of heavy hitters, I think, looking at all who's showing up.
Yeah.
It is going to be a really good competitive event.
Yeah, as it should be. It's the GT. Everyone needs to bring their greasiest, dirtiest list. And
well, all
best.
3 of us are going to be there. Let's set a goal. What's your guys' goal? Zach, are you looking for 2-2 or 3-1 or 4-0?
2-2. I'm back to my old ways. I've gone back to it. I was like, you know what? This feels right. This feels right for me. No, I don't know. I think if I can go 2-2 here, I'll be happy. There's a lot of good players, a lot of good lists. I'll be happy with 2-2.
Nice. Andrew?
I'm looking to do 1 position worse than whatever Steve Stokes gets. That's my goal. Because that will mean I will get first in the league.
I think your podium or bust at this point.
A third would be, depending on how many people, 3rd or 4th would help me. Yeah. It's just like me and Steve right now, duking it out. I just need to do 1 worse than him.
Going for the league, right? Like,
yeah, for the league.
I'm trying to play this tournament, but overall, like this is the last tournament before the league ends. So
he's like, this tournament doesn't matter to me. I don't care if I win. I just want to win the league.
I mean, I'd like to go 3-1. I'd like to go 4-0 or 3-1-1. But
what's the goal? What's the goal, Andrew? Say something.
How would you go 3-1-1?
3-1. Sorry, 2-1-1.
Yeah, no, he's messed up.
I messed up. I said what my goal was.
Okay.
Steve Stokes -1 VP.
Okay.
That's my goal.
That's sick.
Yeah. Otherwise,
What about you, Will?
Yeah, well, you
oh yeah,
first
I'm
tournament.
going to a tournament. Good question. I actually asked the question. I didn't even think of it. I'm gonna shoot 2-2. I think with my list, I can get 2 wins.
Come on.
I
What?
think-
You're a 3-1 player.
You're selling yourself short there.
Yeah.
All right, I'll shoot for 3-1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on, challenge yourself.
I think
Get those shields
it's gonna.
painted, though, Will.
This is now I definitely have to get painting. But I think this is gonna be a really cool tournament because there's a ton of good players there. So it's not gonna be even like usually you can hope like rounds 1 or 2 you don't come up against a Steve Stokes. But
I don't
now when
think it's
there's
gonna matter.
a Steve Stokes, a Jonathan Young, Josh Aaron, I won't say Andrew, a Zach Fleming, like
You put him on there and not me?
there's like
Well,
at least like 10 people. There's at least like 10 players that we think could win the tournament, right? Like
Yeah.
half the people going, we feel like could win the tournament. So
Yeah, I wouldn't be
it's,
surprised.
You know what?
It's gonna be hard from the first game.
The competitive
As it should
scene
be.
is on the up and up.
We
Yeah.
hope.
Hopefully there's a bunch of people that haven't signed up on Longshanks yet that have bought tickets. I'd like to see us get closer to 30 people, but we got at least 20 or over 20, so which is good.
Seeing those guys go into a 76-person tournament this weekend, it's like, man,
Yeah.
we need more of that, or at least like more than 20.
Yeah,
Yeah, 40-person tournament someday. Be amazing.
someday.
That'd be great.
Yeah, what do you guys think about the tournament? I guess we didn't touch on it. We touched on it a bit when we talked about lists, but we got a veto system. We have 1.5 rounds. We have 4 rounds in a day starting at 10:30. What do you guys think of
Starting
the
too late for
tournament?
GT.
Yeah.
And then that's causing the rounds to be too short. Like a GT should be the most extreme tournament you play at. It should start at 9 or 9:30 latest. Not 10. What is it, 10:30?
Yeah, it starts at 10:30.
No.
Yeah.
Like, no, a GT, 100-point GT is not the same as an 80-point hobby event, right? Like,
If you
you
started
should
at
be
9, if you started at 9, you could get hour 50 rounds, and that's
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
But 1.5, there's not gonna like some people will finish their games when you have a 20 person Men of the West list against a 13-person Road to Rivendell. Like, yeah, you'll finish that game. But 46 model Army of the White Hand trying to walk across, like it takes a long time.
Yeah.
And Vito's gonna eat up into your time too. Everybody's figuring that out. So
What's
Oh,
your
is veto
opinion?
time not? Is that part of the 1
Yeah.
hour and a half as well?
well, yeah, there's no. I think the schedule there's not even time in between rounds. We're just picking up and going to the next table. Like there's not.
That's gonna
it's
be
I
gonna,
hate that. I hate
it's gonna
that.
it's gonna be a rough day. We're
Especially,
gonna have like
I mean, there's been a lot of discussion about kind of time, rounds going to time and so on. I don't know. I think the higher the competitive level, and maybe it's been more common that rounds go to time and so on. Especially if you're really kind of dueling it out, and you do want to. But I always went in Canada it was always like 10 minutes between rounds, and I'm like, God, I'm dying here. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got the sweatband on, and it's on my, around my head, the headband, just being like, fuck, I'm dying here. Yeah, I think an observation coming from the GBHL to the OSBGL is I'm surprised at how few 2-day tournaments that you guys have, and I think the GT probably should have been like a 6 or 7 round 2-day tournament. Make it a big spectacle, and especially from the social side of things. You guys travel so far. It would have been really nice. Go out for a meal, everyone staying over, go get drunk, and so yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but we seem to have a tough time getting people to sign up for 2-day events.
Yeah,
Because
we
Derek
do.
tried to run one this past June, and just it sounded like everybody's complaint was like, oh, I would have made it if it was a 1 day, but 2 days is a no-go, which was a little odd, but
Yeah.
wish it could have been a full weekend, like an event, right? Like a big thing, but
Yeah, but then that obviously just gives you a bit more time. Because I agree. I think an hour and a half, especially if there's no time between rounds, that's going to be an intense day. And I think, again, the more maybe passive your army is, the more you're going to struggle in that one. And I think the armies that really fast, really mobile, they're going to benefit a lot from
yeah,
the round timers.
100% agree.
It's going to eat into the lunchtime as well. Like,
Yeah,
we're gonna have
we're
like a
gonna-
15-minute lunch or something. Like
Yeah.
that's not doable.
I think I'm gonna be more prepared this time and maybe bring some food for lunch because there's nothing
Yeah, or
close
like we
at
place an
Torchlight.
order.
Like there's nothing close.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
We
it's
can
Oh,
just
maybe
schedule an
very
order or
out to lunch.
something.
like Andrew and I. The last time we were there, we ate into our lunch a little bit with I guess I don't
just-
know, finishing games, socializing, like got caught up, and then by the time we got out to try and find some food, we were like getting back just like
I'd order in.
that.
That's
Probably,
Yeah,
what, that's
we'll
what
have
I've
to
done at
order in
Torchlight
this
before.
time.
Yeah,
Or
Like
bring
ahead of
something.
time.
Let's plan to do that. Let's put a DoorDash order in like between rounds 1 and 2 or something.
yeah. That's probably
Well,
How
the,
do you guys feel about the veto? Because I don't think we touched on that.
we're
Well,
not.
we've touched on it a little bit in a previous podcast, but I don't think any of us are fans of it.
Nah.
To be, what
I
do you
think-
think, Matty?
I'm curious what your take is,
Yeah, you give us your take, and then we'll tell you all the reasons you're wrong.
or right. You could be right.
I'm actually impartial to veto.
Yeah,
I think I'm happy. I'm not happy at, if it's there, fine. If it's not, it's not. I think my problem with this, obviously, there's a bit of controversy on the Facebook page. It was obviously announced with less than 2 weeks to the event. That's
Yeah.
a bit
Yeah.
off. Just because I think, especially this has been in the calendar for a while. I think if it's there, it needs to be there early enough so that people can plan around it and build around it. Because it's it's a tactic. Then it's a tool in your arsenal to be able to do what you want to do. And I think, whilst I appreciate some of the arguments where it makes meta armies better because they can get rid of what they don't like, that is true. But at least everyone's on an equal playing field, right? And everybody can kind of bring what they want to bring. And I know some of the reasoning behind it is it helps with that kind of list diversity, because lists with weakness can then start doing well because you can kind of get rid of the scenarios you don't like and stuff. So again, I think as long as everyone's on an equal footing and has notice, I don't mind whether veto's there or not.
do we really think it adds to list diversity? You think people are bringing armies, wouldn't bring armies if we didn't have veto?
Out of the
Maybe a
list we
little.
Is there
saw
any-
today, I don't
Yeah,
I don't think any
Out of the
list we
list we saw,
saw
do you
today
think-
is based on veto or non-veto.
Well,
No.
nobody knew it was veto. Was the problem?
Yeah, well, fair
Well,
enough.
But then there's the
Um,
Galadriel pick. Last edition she was always a kind of a troublesome leader in case you got contest. I know we've got no scenarios now and so on,
Yeah.
but there will be cases, I think, where that is true.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we'd have to look at the stats. You know what I mean? I think the one thing with the Ontario scene is that actually people do just tend to bring what they like.
Yeah.
I don't think we
Mhm.
have many meta chasers outside of Andrew and Josh, really. So, um,
I like the
So-
Balrog. I had it painted. I wanted to try it out.
So,
Whatever.
to be fair, there's actually, it's going back, we didn't have many Eagles other than the one, but there's been a lot of depth of Moria in the Ontario scene. It was like,
a lot of depths, a lot of Balrogs.
I'd go to a four game event and I'd play two or three Balrogs. I'd be like, yeah, the Balrog has become my Fangorn. Yeah.
I love playing Fangorn, except for the one time.
I still haven't played Fangorn. Maybe I'll get to get beat up by Jonathan Park this weekend.
I hope you do.
I hope you do.
I might. But yeah, I get where you're coming from, Matty. Veto just it doesn't thrill me. It doesn't make me feel better about a game, especially when you have like newer players who not familiar with snares or things like that.
Yeah.
The fact it's a GT and we're playing like, not to be that guy, but we're playing outside the match play guide. Like I think veto is a really cool niche thing to have like at like a tournament every once in a while, kind of like a bit of flavor. I don't know if it fits into the like, I don't know, if you're playing this game and then you're adding rules to it. I don't know. It doesn't get me going.
Yeah. I'm more indifferent to it than you are, but I think there should be terms with both, and I think there should be ample notification.
Mm.
I almost wonder if maybe they should have put it to a vote for the GT. Let
No,
the
you can't do
community
that.
decide.
Nah,
No.
it's tough because like our community has a bunch of people who would vote and then not show up, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
You
that's a
can't.
good point.
You just
yeah.
got to make the decision as the
I
trio.
believe the admin voted about it, right? So there was 5
I think so.
admin that voted, and that's the way that we went.
I think my only problem with the veto is I like the consistency of everybody playing the same scenario.
Yeah,
Everyone's
that's one thing
based
I
off
do
the
like.
scoring, off the same points. I think if you're looking for overall scoring, you got your issues with, certain lists are going to just obviously do better with the random draw, but everyone's playing the same scenario. You all have the exact same opportunity to earn the exact same victory points. And in a grand tournament setting, I think that maybe is more because some scenarios are higher scoring than others. Like you're just going to be more like consistently able to get higher points. And when we come
I
down
mean,
to
yeah,
margin of victory and stuff, if you luck out and you get a high scoring scenario, that could help you down the road in the final standings. Besides that,
no, I think
I
that's
think
an
veto's
interesting point.
fine. I think just for point scoring at 100 points, I would go without veto for the consistency. And
The,
it's tough. You're gonna get scenarios you're not good at, but then it also pushes you to be able to try and play every scenario anyways. You may be at a disadvantage, but it could push you to be a better player.
but I think, Andrew and I, on the build up to this, we were chatting about kind of tournament luck. You have game luck, you have dice luck, you have a bit of tournament luck as well. I think veto, the merit is that it just gets rid of a bit of that kind of bad tournament luck, especially, as a competitive player. There's nothing more that makes me sad than kind of turn up to a table against some jank list where they're fully expecting that they're just going to go 2-2, but the thing is, they're just going to absolutely smash me on one game and then lose the rest or something. It's just kind of a bit feels bad. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm indifferent. I think there's merits to both.
I agree with you there.
I agree.
But notice, we need plenty of notice so people can plan around it, which I think is the problem with this one.
Yeah, the surprise factor of it seemed to throw like everybody off guard.
Yeah, and everyone should take what we say with a grain of salt because we haven't seen a ton of veto here. Like I've never played in a veto tournament. Zach, you've played in one. Andrew, have you played veto before? No. So these are all kind of just opinions of.
And I will say, after playing a veto, I was from against it, and I became more impartial to it. After playing
I think it's better with the 4 scenarios per pool as well, because there's still that little bit of randomness now.
Yeah.
Obviously before, with the 3, you could better pick the one that you ended up playing. Whether it matters or not in reality, I'm not probably experienced enough to say, but at least it's a bit more random now. Still.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. I think we've covered the tournament pretty in depth. We covered a bunch of lists. We've predicted the podium to be Josh, Andrew +1.
Thank you.
See how accurate we are.
I appreciate your trust.
Now, here's a question. Is it +1 from one of the lists we saw, or is it going to be a +1 from a list we haven't talked about?
Matty showing up. Surprise GT attendance.
he flies over.
And I do just go 2-2, which seems to be my mine. It's a Torchlight. I do okay at Torchlight as long as it's not a Lindsay.
The curse of Lindsay.
God,
if you got first,
I've not said anything.
You hate
nothing wrong with Lindsay.
The implication
But it's
was there.
I don't know. Like I said, I think there's some good lists. There's some very good players from the list that we've seen.
Yeah.
Is anything like jumping out at me, being like, "Oh, this is going to absolutely dominate beyond the depths and the white hand"? I don't think so. There's some good armies going, but maybe not the builds that like I said, Khazad-dûm, really strong armies, but not necessarily the build that they're taking. It'll be interesting. I think that third podium spot is definitely up for grabs.
Yeah.
If you made me choose a third podium spot, I think I'd actually pick that other Rivendell list, the Elrond Glorfindel. I think that one's going to be that's a bit of a dark horse. I think that one's going to be really good. Was that Jeremy?
But
that was Jeremy's, yeah. I don't think I should sleep on.
I've never played against him, but
he's a good player.
Yeah, I
don't think we should sleep on Steve Stokes either. Like That guy's
Oh,
one of the
yeah,
most
he's gonna
competitive players in the league.
He's going to be coming to play too.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
because he's coming for first place in the league, which I've usurped him from for the moment. So he's coming to get first, which
Yeah.
he needs
And
But
he's
his lot
doing
allow me
it
to do it.
with
That's
a
more my question.
non-optimized list.
Or is it actually perfectly optimized and we just
Or he's figured it out and we just don't know.
yeah.
I mean, Loth's really good. Lothlorien, I think, is definitely good. It's
Yeah.
just an hour and a half, and I didn't
Yeah, I
even think about the veto time and the setup time. Like, those are tight round timers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
way
yeah.
too short.
If we get any like reconnoiter, like movement based scenarios, like you're going to be lucky to have a couple turns of fighting. You know what I mean? Like, I think the hour and a half rounds are going to really hinder Steve specifically. Like those lists, like the two Lothlorien and the two Khazad-dûm lists, are going to be just tough to get across the board and
Yeah.
where you need to be by the time runs out.
So I guess just try not to play slow is again too. Don't try to slow play. Try and I guess
Oh,
know your
everybody's
army,
got to be
know
playing
your
so
rules.
fast this weekend.
Just to make it fair for the next guy that he actually has a chance.
Yeah, and
Know your
don't take
army.
offense when someone and don't take it personally when someone says, "Do you mind if we speed up a little bit here?" Because you're supposed to take equal amount of time on your turns. And if someone's taking a long time, they're not being rude. They want to play a fair game.
Mhm.
So don't take that personally.
No, we never have a problem with sportsmanship.
No.
So I'm not
Very,
too worried
very,
about
very
it.
rarely.
But yeah, move your models quick. Matty, thanks for coming out, dude.
Thanks,
Thank
Matty.
you so much for having me. Yeah.
Wish you
Good
were
to see you
here
guys
for this
again.
weekend.
Yeah, it'd been
Me
great.
too. I miss you guys.
Yeah,
We're coming next year. No,
2028.
3 years.
you can go next. You can go next
2028.
year, Andrew.
2028.
I can go right now if I want. 2028. We're coming for Articon, Matty. Okay,
I'll be there.
let's do it.
Nice, and paint some models, man.
Yeah,
Get back to the
yeah,
hobby.
Matty, paint
Let's
your
go.
models.
Paint your
I
models.
will be. So
Even
yeah,
if they're
hoping to have
greasy
everything.
Urukai.
No. Yeah, I know. I feel bad.
I
But
can't wait.
absolutely just love the metal models. They look great.
I'm kind of hoping you actually paint this army, you get it all done, you're ready to go to that first January tournament, and the FAQ drops, and they're terrible.
Obliterates them.
Just like
You get to play
nerfs
with them
them
for a
into the
month,
ground.
and then
And I'll still be playing them because I did it out of pure love for the models.
And so we like to
That would be
hear.
hilarious. Actually, I made a really cool list idea, in my opinion, of, I heard about it from, I think, the Green Dragon years ago, but microband Urukai Scouts. And I'll send you a message because it seems pretty wild doing like just lurts with, I forget, it's 2 shields and a bow, captain with 2 shields bow, captain with 2 shields bow. You can get like good numbers and you have so many heroes. It's crazy. But anyway, that was my
Let's
little
all just
tangent.
talk about random lists we thought of.
We could just cut this out at this point, right?
Yeah,
We
Yeah.
can sign off.
Come out to the tournament this weekend if you haven't signed up.
Come
Yeah.
out.
more the merrier. We want lots of
Torchlight's
people.
a great venue as well. Really good
It
venue.
is.
I
And
think
it's
probably
got a good MESBG section actually in store, and
Yes.
I don't know how they do it, but sometimes they've got like out of production models there as well. Like I picked up the White Council Galadriel, you know, the really nice Galadriel that's not like that one. It's the other one that's a bit more elegant. Like picked that up whilst I was in Canada, and that's been out of print for a long time. So yeah, some really cool stuff there.
Cool.
Come on down.
paint your models.
Yeah. Paint your models.
Paint your models, Matty.
I will give you an update by the end of December, okay?
Good.
All right.
Right on.
We'll be
500 points of Urukai will be built and painted, I promise
if
you.
it's not done, you get another shame point.
That's not how it works. We got to have him back on.
We'll
That's
have him
basically
back
how it
on to
works.
shame him.
Yeah. I mean, that's encouragement if I've ever seen it to
There we go.
publicly shamed on the internet for not painting my models.